I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Well, people, it looks like the last few horrendous problems in America, the pandemic, immigration issues, millions out of work, mass shootings, you know, America. None of it means squat diddly because there's aliens. Yeah, this time it's not the Inquirer kind of aliens. This is the, wait, they put it on 60 Minutes during prime time on Sunday aliens? So either 60 Minutes is being produced by the guys from Jackass and or South Park, or they're aliens. So it seems that there's aliens. Now look, if you watch the episode of 60 Minutes, we have a couple of fighter pilots who aren't drunk at all explaining how they and their backseat guys saw the exact same thing. That's 4 of them.
As we're looking at this, her backseater says, "Hey, Skipper, do you?" And about that got out, I said, "Dude, do you see that thing down there?" And we saw this little white tic-tac looking object.
They saw an aircraft that had no exhaust, no control surfaces, no wings, etc. It could drop from 80,000 feet in a second, turn on a dime, and had a top speed of 13,000 miles per hour. Again, this wasn't on Ancient Aliens or the YouTube Truth About Atlantis, crop circle ghost hunting, black helicopter contrails are full of vaccine. This was on 60 fucking Minutes. Now, we've had a couple of people say that, oh, it's a plane in the distance, or it's a balloon, or a camera reflection.
People are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Except we got fighter pilots with the highest tech distance measuring equipment, infrared sensors, and they are the most highly trained pilots in the sky. And the government is saying that, oh, yeah, you know, even we don't know what it is. We got nothing. So, you know, deal with it. So either we are royally fucked, or this is the lamest distraction from the insurrection ever. Yeah, we didn't commit treason or try to overthrow the government. Look, aliens! So why? Why admit to aliens and extraterrestrial life now? I mean, did Trump say he was going to spill the beans after he lost the election and talk about E.T.? Or so they decided, fuck it, let's just tell him. So the fat orange bastard can't blackmail us anymore. I mean, did the aliens watch how bad we've been dicking up the planet and decide, we got to handle this before we screw up their science experiment or mega base under Greenland? Or maybe our government realized that we have to compete with an alien technology that is 1,000 years more advanced. And the last leader we had wanted us to inject bleach because we obviously got nothing. So for some reason, the government wants us to know that, yeah, aliens, cool. And that they are so much more advanced that we're probably going to end up as pets or slaves. But either way, you rednecks aren't going to have to worry about open carry anymore. You're just going to have to worry about getting an interstellar physical. Because if these rumors are true, there's going to be a ton of anal probing from our alien overlords, even if it's not your birthday. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Everybody, Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. How are you? Good to see you. And good for you to see me. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Hylinder.
There can be only one.
There can be only one Hylinder. Hylinder's going to be performing on our next sketch show.
I hope that your song is an hour long.
No, it is not.
Oh.
And I'm busting out sketches today.
I'm doing the entire album.
I'm writing 3
So-
sketches.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing 3 sketches. I've got a track on George and Gracie sketch.
Yeah, we do have a really
which
good
is a good
George
one.
and
I've
Gracie
got
coming.
there's another sketch about the dating etch, the Match.com idea. Is a great idea. And then the third one was...
Stop giving it away.
I'm not. Oh, I can't. Oh, you would never be able to guess it in a million years. So the Armageddon Update was about aliens today. Something happened on Sunday that kind of freaked me out. And I didn't get how freaky it was until Monday. What happened was, as I'm watching 60 Minutes, I record it because there's always a couple things, 60 Minutes, and I'm older now. That's what you do.
Right.
That's just what you do. Remember when you were a kid? And I was like, oh, Disney's on. And it was 60 Shut up. We have to understand what's going on.
Mom and Dad are watching some clock show.
There's a car that flips randomly that we have to see. No one else has to buy it. They did a report. So they did a report on aliens, basically alien spacecraft that they think are UAPs, which they're calling them now, that are flying off the coast of Virginia, and every day pilots are seeing them for 2 years. And then they have video.
We're just learning about this now. They've been seeing it for 2 years.
The video came out a while ago, right? The video came out like a year or 2 years ago. But
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, but it was just like
Why are you wearing a MAGA shirt?
What?
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
It's Krav Maga.
I didn't even think about
straight.
that. Wow.
You can't wear
Crave
that anymore. Sorry.
You got to crave MAGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't crave MAGA? Go
Sorry.
see that.
You really want some MAGA?
Go see that.
I crave it.
Go that section, Trump boy.
It took me a second. At first, I was like, "Wait, it's a joke." Oh, cry! And then I saw
No.
MAGA.
It's-
It's like you can't.
Thanks
wear
for
your...
interrupting me in the
I'm
middle
just
of me
sorry.
saying, what the fuck just happened?
Well, no,
Like,
I
she just-
interrupted
and it's
him.
brown.
I'm in the
It's a-
middle of, and then here's the biggest bombshell I'm dropped that we've dropped that the government lets
needed
out.
to
And she's like,
diffuse the
"Does your
tension."
shirt say something weird? I think your shirt is weird.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Your shirt is bizarre. Why are you wearing a MAGA shirt now? His shirt.
It's Dennis's brother.
Your shirt is different. We can go, by the way, I don't like having Thanksgiving with him. It's very weird. You know what? I don't like having Thanksgiving with you either. You know what? You're stupid.
He just states obvious.
Yes, I'm stupid. Okay.
He just states facts. Oh, carry on. Actually, I was telling him, I interrupted myself, that yes, we talked about the alien video. I don't know if it was a year ago, but it was definitely within the last year that felt like 10
There's hardcore
years.
fighter pilots. Like there was 4 of them formation. All 4 of them saw it. They were flying over the ocean. Big thing of waters roiling. They said about the size of a 737 under the water. They followed this thing down to it. It dropped 80,000 feet in a second. And then they followed it, and he was spiraling down, and he goes, it saw them and started spiraling up. With them.
How did they know it saw them?
It started mimicking them.
It started doing exactly what they were doing. So here's the thing. So they had pictures of it, and they've looked at the video over and over and over and over and over again, and there's no control surfaces, there's no exhaust. It's just this, they call it the
There's
tic tac.
no wings.
No wings.
There's no
windows.
propeller. There's no nothing to create motion.
And this isn't like Russian hacks to getting into our jets to put a
By the way,
screen
if
up.
it's Russian, we're fucked because
Tell
they're so
him
far ahead of us.
The guy, when they said, how far ahead would this technology be?
This happened on Chris Cuomo. I was watching Chris Cuomo. So wait, I just want to be clear. I woke up Monday and I thought, holy shit, that was on 60 Minutes. I wasn't watching Ancient Aliens on Discovery at 2 a.m. because I would drank too much. This was like legit
As you do.
60 Minutes. I don't do it anymore.
You used to. That used to be your shit.
Hey, you don't believe it's aliens? Wake up!
That show was great.
You don't believe
That's
it?
fun.
No.
It turns
so
out
fun.
there's a building behind us. It's from the Mayans.
Yes.
The Mayans landed here. Yeah. That's their
Now
shit.
that he doesn't drink, it's much more tense and less fun. We're all gonna die.
No, I don't think we're gonna die. But I did get this. I did get the fact that if the government so to get on 60 Minutes, there's a lot of stuff. That's a legit 50-year-long show that doesn't mess around. They don't put goofy shit up all the time, And so for 60 Minutes to put it up, it meant that it had to be cleared through many people. The pilots they interviewed, one of them, she goes like this. She starts talking on it. She does this. You watch her in the video. She goes, "We're cleared on this, though." Like she was like, so whatever. So there's obviously stuff they haven't been cleared on yet.
No, so the video that they had has been declassified, but the radar video and satellite imaging has not been declassified. So that thing disappeared at one point during this flight. It just disappeared.
Yeah, and
it didn't take off. It just went away. All 4 pilots saw this. Well,
and
then
appeared
it was
60 miles late. Instantly
on
appeared 60 miles
radar.
away.
So
My butt
They
puckered
could
too,
just
dude.
go-
I was like,
They
my
just-
butt puckered because I hear they probe it.
The old Proboruski.
Nope.
in all dimensions. So they're going to probe every.
Proboruski makes it sound better.
Thank you.
Again, we were talking about that earlier.
We were doing a bit earlier in the bathroom, as we do.
An alien that basically the doctor alien. He's got a good, like really good patient, what do they call it? Bedside manner. He's like, they're going to give you the old Probaruski. And you're like, oh, okay. That doesn't seem bad. All right.
I like these
the
guys,
old
these aliens.
Yeah,
Okay,
when you
then.
add a Ruski to it, it totally makes it better. We're going to probe you. No.
I'm going to anally assault you, or the old anal assault-a-rooski.
That's not great. Assault, a Ruski after assault doesn't work.
Okay.
So I just started having this realization that this has got to be legit in some way, or they don't know and they're freaked out. So they asked the guy, Chris Cuomo was
That's Dennis's cousin.
Yeah. Chris Cuomo, he hoax. So
Why?
yeah. Let me talk about aliens. Why? You watch Chris Cuomo?
He'll ruin
He asks
it for
himself
you.
why all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't-
Hi, I'm Chris Cuomo. Welcome to the news. So I'm on the news. Why? Well, the reason I'm on the news.
He does it over and over, and I never noticed
Asking
it
himself?
until he
asks himself why
asked
all
the
the time.
world about, Donald
that's
Trump
weird. It's
today
lame.
said in a speech that grass is green. Why? Let's go to Bob Bernanke and see what he thinks. Bob, why? And now that he's
his
pointed
thing.
it out to me,
hard to
Oh, you can't unsee it.
I've never watched him
You
again.
can't
I can't.
unsee it. That's exactly it. So Cuomo says he's got two guys on. He's got a guy who was running. There was like an alien, I forget the name of it. They were looking for signs of life. What are these crafts? There was another guy who was more defense oriented. He used to be a former Secretary of Defense, and he was saying, "Listen, we don't know what this stuff is, and it is a threat." He goes, "We it's happening all the time. We don't know what it is." And then the other guy goes, Chris Cuomo goes, "Well, how far advanced is this technology?" And the guy goes, "At least 100 to 1,000 years ahead of us."
Okay,
So that's not China and that's not Russia.
Right.
Because if they had that technology, Putin would already have shut the planet down. It would be over.
And if they're that far advanced, wouldn't they look at us and go, "Aw, look at these little cuties"?
So we were talking about that earlier. So,
They must be,
So-
since they haven't really bothered with us.
and we've heard this before. This isn't the first time.
we kind of came up with a theory before we started the podcast. So imagine this.
The two of
We're yeah, so it's going to be great.
Very scientific in nature.
A lot of stumbling. There's nuts and bolts going on.
If we look at how society's evolving from when we were, vicious and brutal, Genghis Khan killing people, whatever, like where we were, and now our technology keeps going. We're learning that war doesn't work, except for in the Middle East. It seems, I saw your hand raised.
And in China, where
China,
they have refugee camps.
Right. And we do
Russia.
it too. And Afghanistan, we do it too. We're not good. Keep going. Yeah, I know.
Gitmo.
All of it.
That's
right.
we did.
We're
that.
not great. But if we had another 1,000 years of evolution and we didn't blow ourselves up, we would learn that. I'm guessing, because you can see we're heading that way. It doesn't. We all get it doesn't work, right? So 1,000 years from now, imagine that society. That society would probably not be building bombs and weapons and stuff.
I don't think we've evolved at all. I think if you look at our history,
Because if you look at the past 1,000 years,
there's a reason why there's a quote: "History is destined to repeat itself," because we don't. I think you even said that in a special that we don't evolve at all. We're still doing the same shit.
We just have better phones.
Totally, yeah. And we have better technology, but we personally, emotionally,
Yes. And
spiritually.
homosexuals were killed. And so, I'm just saying, we're kind of evolving better. Now they're
There's-
not rights. That
people still kill gay people.
Women used to be killed just because the guy didn't want to be married anymore.
they still are. They're cutting off their clitorises. Sorry
Oh
to
my
use that
God!
word.
Why do we have to go there? You know what? You know
just
what?
saying
Honestly,
we
you're
haven't
right.
evolved.
The aliens won't do half this shit to us. The stuff we do to ourselves, the aliens wouldn't do half. They should be like, we're not cutting off anybody's clitoris. No,
That's why it left.
There's no clitoris snipperuski. Not doing it.
that's why the UFO
No,
was
that didn't work.
Yeah, at all.
shooting everywhere. It had to go
When you
sniff
have
out problems.
clitoris before a Ruski, it's still not cute. There's
at all.
nothing cute about that.
It's the clip part. Cliparuski, the clitoris cliparuski. So even the aliens are like, are they really doing that to each other? Jesus.
I think that's why they don't.
All we
bother
did was
with
put a
us.
flashlight up their butts.
Yeah. And they're like, wait, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Wait.
And
over
by the
here
way,
too?
that was to get rid of the dude's polyps that we sensed from outside with the equipment we have. We helped you, bro.
Yeah.
And this begs the question: do the sightings, are they real, and why are they only ever by your Aunt Sandy ish people?
Well, they're off the coast of California. There's been a bunch of them. There's been a bunch off. And if you notice, they're near military ships or military bases.
Is that because those fighter jet pilots are the ones that are up there?
Well,
so they're
and the ships, but there was one. They have one that's crazy. It's this triangle thing that's flying over the ship. It's crazy in the middle of the night. So what happened in the last couple of years I was reading is that our radar systems got better. So they may have been in the whole time, we just couldn't detect them. Now these radar systems have been amped up, and now we're seeing them.
I mean, the weird people that say that they were abducted.
I was just watching a video before the podcast, and he said that he's interviewed over 100 people that have been abducted, and he believes it 100%.
Who's he? Cuomo?
Some dude on the internet.
They probed you. Why?
Yeah, dude.
I was.
It's gonna make
in
you
my
nuts.
on my farm, and
Yeah. Why would this guy interview all these people who've been abducted? Why?
He does it constantly. I don't even think he knows he does it anymore. He has to get letters about it. God knows as many letters as we get about every little thing.
Right.
Every little comment.
So I think that 1,000 years from now, and here's what people get: there's no aliens. Hey, asshole, we just landed a remote control car on Mars.
We are aliens.
And we're morons.
Yeah.
We're morons who still snip clitorises off and kill each other all the time. There's bombing going on right now, and we still landed a fucking remote control helicopter on Mars a week ago. And China just landed a thing. So we are invading. We're going to other planets. And if you had 1,000 years to that technology, what's to think that we wouldn't be able to travel interstellarly, wouldn't be able to travel light years, and and deal with space and time? Physics is a belief up until it's proven wrong, and then there's a new belief. Yeah. I'm just saying that. Why is it so hard to even believe?
Physics is science.
Right, but
But
the laws of physics, they used to believe that if you went 30
Empirical
miles an hour,
evidence.
your head would explode.
Just saying that
If
we
you
don't
would-
want to discount science on the
No. I'm saying no. I'm saying we believe science. No. But everything. But then again, once they come up with an anti-gravity thing, that'll be the new science.
Right.
Once they come up with something that'll actually deal with wormholes and just go to.
Where are these aliens from?
By the way, something that will jump to light speed, that will happen. And once that happens, then pretty much the laws of gravity are broken and no longer actually exist as this current science. Science is science because it continues to move on. I hate when you talk. That's his brother.
Dennis, where do the aliens come from? Do we know?
Oh, there's Proxima Centauri. Actually, it's 4 light years away, 400 light years away. Basically,
maybe 400.
400. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. It's in my notes. I took the information out of my head and put it here because there's so much in here. So. Proxima Centauri. Supposedly there is a rocky planet there that is sustainable. It's in the inhabitable zone, and it's in sustainable
That's the
water.
That's
possibly.
the Goldilocks zone. Is that what that's called?
Yeah,
Dennis?
Goldilocks. Yeah, inhabitable zone.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, the Goldilocks zone. Yeah. Why Goldilocks? Because it's just right. It's just it's not too hot. It's not
little
too cold.
white
It's
blonde
just
girl.
right. It's a Goldilocks zone. I like it. I can live with that.
Proxima, I don't know how you pull this crap out of your head. Centauri is a small low
I like to
mass
see.
star.
I'm gonna ram that up his.
No.
Ram it up his.
Did he just make that up? Hold on a
It's
second.
amazing the crap that he keeps in there that only his characters know, but he doesn't. He's never said Proxima Centauri to me, and I'm with him all day.
No, I was
every day.
doing research for the podcast.
But who's gonna
I'm
be
not a
saying
genius.
Proxima
It's
Centauri?
a small
Exactly.
low
Who does
mass.
that?
Well, you're not in on our daily bits
I'm
when
at
we're getting
Costco.
ready in the bathroom. It's a small low mass star located 4.2465 light years away from the sun in the southern constellation of Centaurus. Its Latin name means the nearest star of Centaurus.
But he got the distance wrong. So
Yeah, it was off
mean,
like 2.2 light years. Well, 400
that's-
actually.
It's tiny.
Well, you did say 4 to 4.
First, and that's 400. So you know what? I am on allergy medication.
What are you taking? I need help with that too.
Sneezerowski.
Does it make you sneeze?
Yes.
I would not want to be around Dennis sneezing. It was discovered in 1915. Proxima Centauri B is in the habitable zone, but although it is the planet's
Goldilocks zone, we call it.
habitability, I still don't get that, has been
The
questioned.
Three Bears. The story. Oh, stop. The story of Three Bears.
I know
The
that.
porridge was too hot. The
I get
porridge
it.
was too cold, and there was one porridge that was just right. we're calling it the
I've read
Goldilocks.
the story.
Well, that's why we're calling it the Goldilocks. Is that a big jump for you?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's a really big jump. If you just had to say 5 sentences to explain a joke, then it's a pretty
It's
big
not a
leap.
joke. I was actually saying it was an actual thing.
You didn't say it. He said it.
I know, but I like it. The Goldilocks zone. I like it.
Is that what
I
you
think
meant
that's what it's
by it?
called. Yeah, that's what. That's
Oh,
what
it really is.
Yeah, that's what they
called
refer
that.
to. Yes.
Just scientists have called it that. But you're right.
You didn't
You know,
know
when
that.
when doctors
I
speak
know.
down to you.
That's what I'm saying. He
When-
didn't know it either.
No,
Oh.
but when he said it, I was like, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're such a
No, it's one of those things
butt
where like we're doctors and scientists.
Well, I'm kissing his butt? Is that what you're saying?
Goldilocks zone
What?
refers
That's-
to the habitable zone around a star where the temperature is just right, not too hot and not too cold for liquid water to exist on a planet.
Well, who feels stupid now?
Definitely
i.e.
not
life.
me.
Yeah, well,
Potential for life.
well, that shows
The
lack of
person
insight.
who knows about the Goldilocks zone. That's the person who needs to start dating. It's time. You're vaccinated.
Right?
It's time.
I have Goldilocks on the mind
Yes. See?
and a zone.
Although
You
they,
can actually come
the
up-
locks don't have to be, they can
but
be
you-
any color.
You're going to be so weird, like, because it's been so weird from dating and meeting anybody. You have to, we walking up making big mistakes. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally vaccinated. Dun, 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 dun. She's like, what are you doing? It's not working. I got to get this game.
The habitability is questioned because of several potentially hazardous physical conditions. The exoplanet is close. I can't believe Dennis didn't say this. The exoplanet is close enough to its host star that it might be tidally locked. Dennis?
TIDI.
Tidally locked.
Tidally.
TIDA.
Tidally locked. Well, that means that basically that the star actually will affect tides if there's water there. And that would mean being in the Goldilocks zone with water there, that would also mean that it's totally inhabitable. Well, we don't have a
The exoplanet, you mean?
exo.
Is that,
Exo.
does it have a skeleton? Is that why it's called?
And tic-tac-toe. The tic-tac-toe planet.
No.
Yeah,
You just
exo.
made that one up.
No, it's the next planet over.
No.
They're in line, 3 of them.
No.
It's a tic-tac planet. Yeah, Goldilocks like planet.
No.
What?
Problem with Dennis is he'll make things up to sound smart.
To fill in his
Dennis.
gaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of gaps.
But why is it such a, if they, look, they said that the craft travels at 13,000 miles an hour, up to 13, it'll stop on a dime, bang, 13,000 miles an hour. So that should scare the shit. If it's on, here's the thing, if it's on 60 Minutes, then it was on CNN, that means that either our government knows that we're so far behind these dudes that if they want to do anything to us, they can, and they want us to know to get us ready for it, which I believe, there was a theory a long time ago about Steven Spielberg, Close Encounters, all these space movies were to get us used to the fact, because in the 40s, they started in the 40s,
There's a term for that.
get us used,
Term for that?
lying?
Oh,
I don't know. But they were trying to get us ready for possible, because they've known about this, since Roswell.
Conditioning, some kind of conditioning.
Yeah. Getting us ready for it. Yeah, aliens are here now. Because here's what I've noticed. No one seems to be freaked the fuck out about this. The government.
Well, because I think we've heard this before.
Not on 60
not on
Minutes.
60 Minutes,
Not on
yes.
60 Minutes. Not on CNN. Yes.
Hopefully their ratings are so bad because Biden's doing such a great job.
No one knows.
That they're like,
It just
it's so
seems
slow.
weird that nobody's like, whoa. And like legit journalists aren't going to put their asses on the line for some stupid alien story if it wasn't backed up. And I just think that we should pay attention to it. I think they're getting us ready for something.
Why wouldn't they kidnap smart people, though? That's my question
Because
for the
smart
aliens.
people. Because smart. I just had a theory.
Okay.
And another one popped out like a fart. I think it's because dumb people aren't going to be taken quite seriously, and all they need to do is study our physiology.
Because they'd pick me up and I'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, you'd be annoying.
Like,
They would
seriously,
kill you.
is that what you wore? Really? Wow.
Wow, matching jumpsuits. What are you guys, a band?
I
What are you, Devo?
8th grade dance shame all of them.
They're all like, we're never coming back to this planet again.
So
Yeah, that's why I never gorgeous
Sorry, I
smart
have a
girls are
headache.
picked up.
espresso. Do you know about espresso, Dennis?
No. Yes, it's a drink that you.
An espresso planet? What is it?
No, espresso is the I need to swallow this Advil. a shell spectrograph for rocky exoplanet and stable spectroscopic observations, or espresso for short.
Yes, espresso. I know that. I thought you were talking about the drink you get at the Starbucks.
It's how he just won't stop because he was wrong and he knows it.
Let me dig out of this because I'm embarrassed.
It's the spectrograph that's been used to study Proxima B. Here's my question though. They've now found that it's about the size of Earth.
Bigger, a little bigger, right?
Well, they originally thought that it was about 17% larger, but now they're saying that it's pretty similar.
Interesting.
Espresso is used to measure it, but wouldn't we see life on it if we're watching it this carefully?
I don't know. I mean, I can't see across the street from my window what's going on inside the house. I don't know how 4.2 billion light years.
Well, scientists have at La Silla Observatory in Chile is where they have a scope that's actually just focused on Proxima B. That's how we know so much about it.
So again, more evidence that what the fuck is going on. They just decided in all of the universe, they're like, no. You know those billions of dollars you put on that telescope? Right there. Just keep it right there. Mm-hmm. So I think we've known this for a while. I think that they haven't been able to tell us. They thought we were children, and we're still, as what's going on in Israel now, we're still throwing sticks at the sun.
It's still unclear if the planet has an atmosphere. It says that one side faces the star and the other side faces away, so you'll have a light side and a dark side.
It doesn't spin?
They don't. I don't think they know everything about it. They still think it may be tidally locked and in synchronous rotation with its star. So as the star turns, it's always one side.
That's uninhabitable because unless you live,
there's
right
always
on
a
the
dark
edge.
side. Yeah,
1 foot in the dark, 1 foot in the light.
So they're not actually seeing it with the naked eye, right?
No,
they're just measuring it with
Yes.
Other
so that's why they can't
scientists
see if there's
think
life
radiation coming from Centauri might have stripped away Proxima B's air, making it impossible for alien planet surface to hold on to liquid water. But in every story that I'm looking at, like I'm on space.com right now, they call it an alien planet. So what are we up to?
They've already named it. So we knew there.
I'm just saying, doesn't it seem weird? I think they're getting us ready for something. Now, I don't know if it's ever going to show up because what I like to believe is if we just follow the track of human evolution, Spanish Inquisition, you look at the Nazis, we've gotten better. We understand these things are wrong. And when people attempt to do them, like Trump kind of did, we
still have problems, but we're not as bad.
But
sure,
we're a little more woke when it comes to that's human beings are horrible. We shouldn't be horrible. 1,000 years from now, after we've blown up a bunch of us and we have to go through another extinction and come back, I think we'll be smarter. And if you map that out to another alien civilization, and if they're 1,000 years advanced than us, they would probably have it like, no, this Earth thing. We found people. They're fucking nuts. They're really nuts. They're killing each other. There's bombs going off, and then they stop for a little while, and then they do it again. They don't learn shit.
Do you think maybe they're just studying us?
Yes.
Like how we think that they're
what not to do.
Weird and alien. We even named them Alien.
Right. Yeah. We have alien shit on Mars right now. That's ours. Yeah.
Right. I do think they're looking at us like, holy.
These aliens are fucking weird.
Do you think they have movies like Independence Day where a bunch of Trumpers just show up?
The Capitol, like
Aunt Sandy in her Trump dress.
They're showing documentaries with goofy fat guys and
they're all
vests.
Terrified. I would be. Well, Caitlyn Jenner, they're like, no, she's running for governor. Come see.
Wait, guys. They've got satellites. You won't believe the shit that's going on. No, Musk is cool. Elon Musk is cool. He seems to get it. But we were just talking. So what happens? So let's say they make contact.
Why?
Exactly. Why would you be 1,000 years ahead of us? We're just basically zoo animals, and they're watching what we do. It's like you wouldn't give a tiger an A-bomb, or you wouldn't give a monkey an A-bomb.
That's what I mean. We're the
let's share our technology because I'm sure you'll be fine with it. We've been watching you guys for years. I'm sure this has worked out. Nothing bad's going to happen if we give you technology where you can actually basically time and space no longer has any rules and you can do what you want. I'm sure that'll work out with them, right?
You're right. Once they probed those people in the National Enquirer, I'm sure they were like, "Oh, we're good. We don't need to give them anything. We don't need to go to that planet. We don't need to share. We're good."
It's like we're like
We'll
the
check
Barstow.
back.
We're like the Barstow of the universe.
We'll check back in 1,000
And they're
years.
like, no, just go past it. Just fucking go past it.
See, Elon Musk has maybe got them a little like,
So maybe we're just like a bathroom. That's why they keep showing up. We're just like a convenience store bathroom, like
rest
just
area.
just like Barstow.
Yeah, that's a
all right,
pit
just
stop.
chill. Yeah,
they have sex in our bathroom, and then
And then somebody accidentally opened the door. That's when we saw them.
We're an intergalactic stop
that's
and go.
their 18-wheeler drivers. Their truck drivers need a pit stop. They stop.
They're just coming down here for a quick handy,
Little
and then
pull.
they're
That's
gonna be
it.
on their way.
Then they go in the ocean. Rinse off a little bit. All right, back on the road. Let's do this. That's exactly. Doesn't it
A
feel
little
like that?
Probaruski.
That makes sense to me. Every once in a while, they pick up somebody. They pick
I
some.
feel better. I'm not.
Pick up
I'm
a
not at
redneck in
all
a swamp. I wouldn't
afraid
if
anymore.
if I was 1,000 years more advanced than people on this planet. The last thing
Yes.
I would be is on this fucking planet.
Just be aggressive at the.
I might
at
go
the
to
who
the
cares.
zoo. I might kids. You guys want to go look at Earth? It's crazy.
Yeah, they're like,
So speaking of alien technology, we have a new advertiser
Yep.
today on the podcast, which whomever came up with this is an alien. Ultimate Ears. You have yours here.
I have mine here.
actually.
They're
called Fitz True Wireless Earbuds. This is such a freaking cool product. And why no one came up with this before?
Well, okay. So we've all had headphones forever, right? We start with the giant headphones, the
little trash cans.
trash
Yeah, yeah,
cans,
yeah.
and then we went to the Sony ones, little, and then we got AirPods and stuff. And I think that technology. So I get these, and I'm stunned. You put this. Okay, so they give you an earpiece, right?
He called me at my dad's.
I was like, this is so
"Babe,
cool. So you put it in your ear and do the light technology. This plastic reacts to light. This has light in it. When you put it in, you hit it on your
It
phone.
lights up, yeah.
It lights up, heats up the plastic, and it fits to your ear. I was like, holy crap.
Is it going in there? Hello,
Aliens don't
Titus.
got this shit.
It molds
They don't have ears.
in your ear, so they
Yeah.
tell you before you open this package it's light sensitive, so make sure that you're ready to set it up as soon as you open it, because then they light up, they heat that, is it rubber plastic
Yeah, it's
molds
like, yeah.
into your ear, so you know, like the other
My ear got
headphones
hot. I
hurt.
put it in. Not hot. It got warm.
I think I have tiny ear holes. I don't know what the deal is. Don't even say anything. I saw your
I
brain.
just made eyes at him. Like, I know where he's going.
And they all hurt on my last pair that we got, I kept having to switch out to the smallest ones, and they still fall out when I run. But this is an amazing technology
the
that
sound quality is awesome. I mean, I was using them.
it's
But they
the
fit
most
better.
comfortable
And they look
earbuds you
and
can get.
They look like that. They don't look. They're so funny when I see people on Zoom now. They're talking to some scientist on CNN.
Yeah.
And he's got this bloop hanging.
Big giant.
It looks like he's
I'm
wearing
already an Ultimate Ears UE fan. I have a UE Boom and a UE Blast at the house. I use those outside at the pool. Okay, now see. It's premium
They
sound.
turned on because I touched them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're touch sensitive.
So it takes 60
You got the Willing
seconds.
Bureau
You get
playing on there,
perfect
right?
fit.
Is it
Oh
the
yeah,
Willing
he's
Bureau?
listening to the Willing Bureau's new.
Yep.
We did have someone ask how the hell to spell that. So you need to spell your band
I'm just
name.
glad he really picked I'm really glad he really picked a name.
THE.
to deal with.
No. So it's called Lightform technology. That's what makes it mold to the contours of your own
And the sound
ear.
is awesome.
You
Sound as good
connect
as any
it to an
headphones.
app. You watch the purple LEDs form the earbuds to your unique shape. You guys got to try it. 8 hours of continuous playback on one single charge and up to 20 hours with the charging case. So this is awesome for us when we're on the road too, and for if you're working out, if you're running, things like that. They don't move.
I'd also
And you can change
I'd
the
like
EQ in
a bright
your app.
green case though.
They
every
have-
time I set this,
That's
down,
going to be gone.
I've lost
yeah.
it 3
I already
times.
lost
They
it on
have
the
light
table.
gray and lavender and
Lavender.
a deep
I would've
blue
gone-
right now.
I would. This is deep blue.
As a fan of Prince, you probably would like the lavender ones.
Yes.
Anyway, so you guys got to check this out. We really love this product. If you try Fits, you don't love them as much as we do. It's no problem. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so try them, and you get free shipping, free returns, plus they give you a 1-year warranty. That's how much they believe in this product. So this is for a limited time. You get 15% off of your pair of Ultimate my ears fits true wireless earbuds at ue.com/fits, FITS. Just use promo code Titus at checkout. That's 15% off with promo code Titus at ue.com/fits.
That's a great price, though, considering what custom
that's
ears, in-ear monitors that have to be custom fit to your, like, that do that.
I wouldn't think about it, but it makes sense. You think that any earphones you buy, you're gonna be like, oh, they do the best they can to fit your ear.
Yeah.
But these, you get your little plastic piece, put it in, turn it on. You're on your phone, and you actually go in your ear. You feel your ear get warm, and it melts a little tiny bit into fits your ear perfectly. So the sound is even better.
How many times have you guys stolen your earbuds from each other?
We
so
have
now you can't.
our own.
Yeah.
Oh no, we never did. I'm not into ear hole.
Oh, okay.
Swapperooski.
No.
His sometimes have like.
She won't drink out of the same glass I drink out of.
I do too. That I will do. But you're the only person on the planet in the history of Rachel Elizabeth Bradley ever that I have ever. I remember one time I drank after someone and I thought about it for 3 weeks.
I think all you have to do is get one piece of breadcrumb in someone's water before you're like, I'm not. Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was that person later said that they had the herpes. And I was like, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. But it wasn't. It was other herps.
By the way, you aren't.
It was the old lower herpsarooskies.
You aren't out of line, by the way.
Thank you.
You aren't out of line for.
But that's why I've lived my life by this creed. No mouth hole sharing, no ear hole sharing. Yeah. Anyway, UE, try all their products. They're not advertising their other products with us.
On my nightstand, I have one.
We have 3 of their speakers at home because you can link them together.
That's why I was stoked that we got these, actually.
We take them to the beach and we always hang them from the tent. Hang it down, and it's everyone hates us because the sound is
yeah.
Anyway, do that. ue.com/bits. Carry on with your aliens.
Why though? Why would they let this out? Because it's going to cause. I kept trying to figure out why would they let this be on 60 Minutes.
I'm just still coming to grips with. Is this real? Is this really happening?
Dude,
like you're saying it's on 60 Minutes. I haven't seen it, so.
Now, I saw someone online had actually gone after the videos and said, "Oh, yeah, there's a passenger plane way in the distance. It's out of focus." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's it." And then I went, "Wait, those fighter jets are the most high-tech thing. They can detect anything, and they have laser-guided shit that actually measures how far shit's away from you, and their radar tells you, like, wait. And then he goes, and the other thing down here that's moving at 13,000 miles an hour, it's a balloon. What?
That's...
Well, I thought, you work for the government, bro. Something's wrong. No, I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe there's aliens. But,
yes, you do. Since I've met you, have
the arrogance that we would think that there is nothing but us is pretty arrogant.
Or that they have been showing up, and this is just one that just happened to be legit enough that it made the news. The other ones made the news before, but not.
Well, this was 2 years ago.
Not 60 Minutes.
I'm very comforted by the whole idea because you're exactly right. We have always lived in this country with this idea that if there are aliens, they're coming to get us. Right. They're going to blow us up and eat our faces off. And so it makes much more sense that the reason that we haven't seen them and why they're not taking over the planet is because they don't want us.
They're looking into the monkey cage and they don't get hit with feces. That's what, they're like, no, we're going to do that. Stay behind the line. Don't get in the cage. Fuck these.
That's
guys.
true.
And don't feed them, for God's sakes.
We look at everything foreign as a threat. Mm-hmm. So this is
literally every brown,
people,
black, yes,
yeah, exactly.
Gay. Yeah.
In this room, there's 2.
So what if they're here to help us? They could be.
Hey,
do you mean the Yorkies?
Yes, such a threat. No, so it makes sense to me that if they have that technology, at any moment they could vaporize us. If they have,
or at least just go right past real fast,
0 to 13,000, or destroy anything. I think why they're at military bases, my theory is they're checking out, what are you guys doing now? Now what the fuck? Like if you're looking into the monkey cage, right? And you look down and the monkeys have AR-15s. You're like, hey. Let me see what they're doing with them. Are they loaded? Do they have, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that they check us. That's why that's why they're checking out military. And they're letting the military know, I think, hey guys, we get you have all this tech. We get that you have nukes. We're fucking with you right now and you have all this tech and you can do nothing about it. Maybe you should tone it down. I think they're subtle warnings. And I don't think they're going to do anything. I just think that maybe they're more evolved than us.
They're just kind of wagging our finger.
Yeah, they're just kind of
hey, settle down. We told you.
And then their end of their finger lights up.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That was a nice movie.
That was a nice
about
movie.
aliens. Usually we don't get nice movies.
And also, if they were like, we're going to share our technology with you, we would use that technology to kill them in a second.
Exactly.
We'd be like, we would start a war. Now that we have the same shit, it's on, bitch.
You're zapped. Yeah. You're zapped.
Exactly. We're so horrible as a species.
North Korea, bye-bye.
So we are, I would say, and I would say that we are the monkey cage, and they're just coming by, checking us out.
That I will accept. All of your previous alien theories I reject, but this one I like.
And like in the monkey cage, every once in a while, the zookeeper comes out, grabs a monkey, and dissects him.
Well, that
I wonder
I don't love.
how the religious world is going to react to this.
The shit's over.
Right? Doesn't that blow everything out of the water?
Well, they'll deny it.
There is no... Well, I don't know why that would conflict with religion.
Okay. Explain.
Period. That was the end of my sentence.
Expound.
Because
expound on this theory of yours.
The Bible was a moment in time, right? It's a specific dated moment in time. It never addressed it, and it was never supposed to be...
They never addressed dinosaurs either.
Right.
That's true.
Right. And I had this conversation with my mom, and my mom was like, well, of course dinosaurs exist. We know they do because of science. My mom was a woman of really great faith, but the Bible was a snapshot in time, and there's a lot of things that exist outside of that. So I do know what you mean. You mean Christians or people of other faiths that are closed-minded and don't want to accept anything else outside of that box, like the Jerry Falwell... That
yes,
but
Franklin Graham said, I don't see.
I think they'd fold it right.
I am a person of faith. I don't.
You'd fold it right into your faith. You'd be like, yes, and maybe that
he made those too, or she made those
not
too.
Not only that, but that's possible. That God, right. God made that too, and Jesus was probably maybe an alien to give us some advice. And by the way,
I didn't say Jesus was an alien. That was you.
That's how he walked on water.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Walked on water, touches a guy, heals he's
burning bush. Oh, this is easy.
Yeah, I can see. It would be so easy to fold it in. 100%. Ezekiel's
for
wheel. For
me, one of the biggest problems I think with organized religion now is that it's so exclusive, and that's not how Jesus was on earth. He was inclusive. You joke all the time that he would have been considered a socialist, and it's all through the Bible to love the foreigner because you once were exiled from Egypt. Like, it's constant to love the people that are different colors from different places, and everyone's like, nope, it doesn't say that. Nope.
Yes, it does. And it says kill gay people. No, it doesn't say that at all. Yes, it does. You have to, kind of.
You look at the sister of the brother, and then they thought you could tell.
If you cheat on
passage.
And it says if you cheat on your wife, not as big of a deal. He said that in there somewhere. It's really not a big gay, horrible.
I like it. He said that in there somewhere. That's a great answer to a lot of these evangelists.
Hezekiah, Ezekiel, Laura?
Yeah. Stoning.
Hamamurubai said, Hamamurubai.
Exactly.
Dip.
Hamamurubai.
I just think you can't be closed-minded whether you're of faith or not.
Right.
I think that is a really stupid way to waste your life.
Isn't it funny the dichotomy of to be closed-minded and yet still have faith? Hold on. You have to have faith and you're closed-minded? How does that work?
It really doesn't, because you really have to have an open mind to have faith.
To have faith, right. So we...
but you're right, those people that we're all thinking of that seem to be the most vocal of, evangelical people, I would say that they would immediately try to shut this down.
They're strict interpretations of certain things in the Bible.
With no foundation.
But we all go nuts. Were you about to start something else?
No, I'm saying he's right with no foundation, where there's so, so strict in so many ways to things that aren't even in the Bible. That's why sometimes I'm really confused. Or things like I'm still pissed off about Jerry Falwell Jr. coming out and endorsing Donald Trump. And I know this is a side trip, but I'm still mad about it. And then we find out that he owed them a favor because Michael Cohen helped close that blackmail deal because people were trying to blackmail him about the pool boy. And so then he owed them a favor. So he came out and said the evangelical community supports Donald Trump for president. And that's what turned the tide for Donald Trump. Well, then last year we're at the beach house and very quietly it comes into the news that yes, he got busted for cheating with the pool boy, watching his wife bang the pool boy. And there's pictures and stuff.
And
so he very quietly steps down from the university that his father founded, Liberty University, and gets paid $10 million severance, and nobody says a word. And I had to say that to some of my family members, and they were like, what? Show me that. And I'm like, you can just look on the board. He's gone. Now dig deeper, you know? But people just don't. I'm still pissed about that.
One Google search, the top answer, it's right there. That's what's funny to me. I also want to talk about, but it's all human beings that do this. They make up what they want, how they want.
That's true, but I have a particular anger about that group.
My thing about this, the mask thing. So let's talk about that for a second. Everybody here is vaccinated totally, which is great. The tension that is gone from my life is so good.
Yep, I can definitely feel it.
Fauci comes out and says, hey, if you're vaccinated, the possibility of you getting it is so small, you can go into the world. You could eat in a restaurant. You can actually be around people.
You could go look at the stars. There's going to be ships up there. Go ahead.
No, just write what it calls 60 minutes. And he said, basically, you're vaccinated. You won't get the disease. If you do get it, you will get a very mild, if anything, and it will go away. That's what he said. So I'm like, all right, go into a mask. And people, the left, that was just screaming. And be clear, people, if you want to wear a mask out in public, for years I've seen, we go to airports and Japanese people all wearing masks because they don't want to get sick. Get it. Totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. But don't yell at people about the science. We've been bitching at these maggots for so long. Hey, man, follow the science, asshole. Listen to Fauci. Yeah. And then the second Fauci goes, yeah, man, you don't have to wear your mask. You're vaccinated. I'm wearing my fucking mask. I'm not listening to Fauci. Like, dude,
I will say personally that I would be more comfortable wearing a mask indoors just because I don't want that part of you'll get it, but it won't be bad. But I have heard my family friend I told you about that was vaccinated and got diagnosed with COVID. He said he had nothing. It was he tested positive. They told him to stay home. He
Bill
never
Maher
had
had
a
no
symptom.
symptoms at all.
Yeah, so that's awesome. If that's what it is, then fine. But
that's what about
just when I'm inside. When I was outside at Santa Barbara after our show, when you posted later that we were in San Diego.
I knew it was saying something.
You said it twice. You said it twice. You were like,
it was
great show in San Diego tonight. Thanks for coming out, SD. And I was like, no.
She actually, on Twitter, just calls me out. Hey, dipshit, we were in Santa Barbara. Right.
But we were outside, and so I didn't wear a mask as we were kind of talking to people in that outside area.
But so Bill Maher's had no symptoms. Of the 8 Yankees that got it, one of them had had mild symptoms, if anything, and so which is fine. By the way, listen, people,
it would be mild.
I'm not becoming this. You better take your mask off. I'm not saying if you want to wear a mask, that's fine.
Right.
It's just funny to me that to be bitching for so long about follow the science, and the second that science is like, go ahead, you don't need to wear a mask. So I'm fucking wearing my mask.
Yeah. However, I think the left side is going to they'll catch up. They'll catch up faster than the right.
It's why
not wearing them.
Yeah, but it's why I'm a Democrat too, because they're not hurting anybody by wearing their masks.
Yeah, right.
Like before, the other side was actually not wearing their mask and getting people COVID.
Yeah.
So now it's like, now you're vaccinated. You want to keep wearing your mask? Okay.
Yeah.
All good.
I'm in a habit. Good. And I'm just, I feel cozy with it.
Good for you.
It matches my outfits.
But it's just funny how we bitch about science up until it affects our beliefs. And then we're like, yeah, no, I don't give a shit. I know what I believe.
I don't. I'm good. That's why I'm avoiding social media. It's exhausting.
It is.
And people are exhausted.
And I'm on it all the time. And
I'm the
worst.
You can be exhausting. But also, I do see you come
She's
off
not
of
talking about social media. She's not talking about social media.
About just regular social.
She's just talking being around her.
But I watch you, you'll sit on Twitter for a really long time and then you'll put your phone down and you're stressed. And you're like, you know what, this is just like, and then you'll list like 3 things that are happening in this video. These people beat this kid up. And then you should have seen, did you see the thing with the dog where they cut the dog's limb? And I'm like, no, because when you immerse yourself in that, that's all it is. Because what sells is salacious. Vitriol, anger, violence, and nudity. Good.
There's also puppies.
I got plenty of nudity prancing around the house in any given time.
I'm getting my abs back. But there's also, but there's also like puppies, and then sometimes people get behind someone. Like there was this old guy who's the other side of social media. Yes, I agree with everything you said.
Now you're going to defend it.
No, and I'm a proponent of it. Like me and Chachi went at it again.
This is what I mean. That's exhausting.
But I'm like, but I thought this too. This one I'm like, why the fuck is Scott Baio
Did you see the thing with Rick Schroeder?
even going after me? Yeah.
Accosting a fucking guy at Costco.
A poor guy that's just trying to make his $16 an hour working at Costco, and then Ricky Schroeder's trying to. I mean, he's bullying him.
I tweeted out it's good to see Ricky Schroeder became the asshole entitled adult that we knew that the asshole entitled kid he played on that show would become.
Yeah, right. He's the actual
he became
silver spoon.
exactly
Yes.
the little rich kid
But
dickhead.
they all have you seen him? Why do they all look like that?
Steve Marmel posted something. It was pictures of it was him, it was Schroeder, it was a couple other people from TV, James Woods. And they all look way older. And he just put hate
Yes,
you.
It does.
And like angular, like they've been having a mad face for so long that it's just
Their
permanent.
eyes are sucked in a little deeper.
Like Matt Gaetz, he's got
It's
like
your
that.
ex, even that kind of anger and hatred. It really ages people quickly, and it's that constant drawn face thing, that I don't know. Anyway,
You're right. I agree with you. I just think if you live in anger all the time, man, it's just gonna take a toll on you.
well, that's why I've been avoiding social media. But I did pop in just to announce that he was in Santa Barbara, not San Diego.
Have you taken?
You and I have fun together back there.
Have you taken a break ever? Have you ever tried just like I'm just gonna disconnect for like your face already?
Is this an intervention? Is this an intervention? What just happened? Are we having a meeting? We've called you here because you love me. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on?
These cameras are not on. Look, Titus.
You don't have this fear I have this fear that if I do that, then I won't have a career. I just have this weird thing about it. You're right. You're right. I
miss
had a
out.
career before.
I turned it off.
Maria Bamford, I think is it 1 month? Or
I
is
turn it off
3
during the
months?
podcast.
She takes off. Not always.
No, you don't. It's still like
Yeah.
it's right there.
It's off. It's on airplane mode right now.
Maria Bamford, she says, she signs off, says goodbye to everyone, and then she comes back. I think it's 3 months later. I think it's like summertime or something like that.
That might not be a bad idea. Okay, so give me a date and we'll go off social media.
We are already off. Ye are not. When will ye?
It's helped me write jokes too. It's helped me be funny. It's helped me help.
So you're associating a need, like you're saying I need this
to do this
to equal this,
which is an addiction.
What? I could quit. What?
It's all fine. We'll talk later. It's okay. Pick up your phone for a second.
Look,
it's okay.
look. The first step is admitting you have a problem, and I don't have a problem.
Why? Why, Titus?
You're right. He has a need. He's associated a need for it, just like an addiction.
Everlast said one day, I asked him if he's on Twitter, and he goes, "Oh man, hell no." He goes, "I got tired of trying to wake up and figure out something funny to write down." he was like, the pressure of it. I didn't like it, man.
Yeah.
I like Instagram. We like every when we get in bed now, we watch puppy videos. Puppies doing cool stuff.
We do love a good puppy video. We're big fans of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of staying healthy, which we were talking about before this segue, this podcast is also brought to you by Ritual. Ritual is the multivitamin.
It's the multivitamin.
Multidimensional.
Yes, the Ritual multivitamin will keep you healthy. Yeah.
But they have a new product that we're super excited about. You had a call about this, correct?
Oh yeah, the protein shake.
Yes.
Does it have all the stuff in a protein shake?
New protein
we have it.
powder.
We need to get that.
We need to get that.
Yes.
We have ordered that.
I want it.
So it is coming to ye
Yay.
and me. I love this because this is a multivitamin company, so they know
What's in the
it
protein
feels
powder?
like to me a little bit more about what your body needs.
Sell me on
It
this.
is plant-based protein. Big fan of that, as you well know. Offered in 3 premium formulations for the different life stages that you're in, so we would have to get different ones. It's made
It's really an
traceable.
intervention.
It's made traceable.
For whatever life stage you're in, we have to get different ones. So she gets the puppy chow version,
It's
and I'll get
a-
for
Like
older
the
dogs. I
silver
get for,
version.
Oh yeah, I get for older dogs. Yes.
It's one of our. It's their visible supply chain, so that you know what's in the formula, where the ingredients come from, why they're included. It's made with nutrients to support bones, brains, and muscles to help maintain muscle mass as you age, which is a problem because you lose a certain percentage of muscle mass for every decade that you are still alive or lucky to be alive.
That's why older people look very tiny.
Yeah, they do. Well, they shrink. It's the Cary Grant. Yeah, totally. The George
you
Burns.
go up.
But with ritual, you won't shrink as much.
It's 20 grams of pea protein plus a complete amino acid profile. It's also made with choline help to fill common dietary gaps. They've got handcrafted vanilla flavor made from a direct farmer vanilla bean. Farmed right here in the United States. No added sugar, no sugar alcohols, which he is a big fan of. Soy-free, gluten-free, and non-GMO ingredients.
That's great because nothing's worse than having a protein shake when you take it and then your stomach hurts because of the whey or whatever's in it. I love that it's plant-based. I also love that every vitamin, I mean, since we've got the ritual vitamins, just feel better. I just feel better. That's all I can say.
You're getting things that your body needs that it wasn't getting because we weren't taking
Well, because I'm old,
multivitamins
like
at all.
calcium and old stuff.
You're in the 50+ group on
my
here.
God. Why does she
So
have to,
shake
like-
up your
There's actual
ritual.
parts falling off. It's not.
To make something, trying something new less scary, Ritual is offering a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love with this product. Plus, listeners get 10% off during your first 3 months. All you have to do is visit ritual.com/Titus to add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/Titus. If you're trying to work out and you're trying to lose weight, protein is essential.
Yep.
You always,
great.
read, you want to lose weight, up your protein. People are not getting enough protein.
Really? But isn't it like too much protein bad for you too? It's funny how the science changes. It's a joke I used to do. How are we going to figure out? How are we going to figure out?
But it hasn't
like telepathy.
really
We can't figure out eggs.
No.
right.
Right? Like,
It hasn't changed. You
Every
need
2
to
years,
track,
eggs
if you
change.
really want to lose weight, track your macros. And depending on what your goal is, if it's muscle building or weight loss or whatever, like my ideal macros would be 40, 30, 30. So
40
40
protein?
protein, 30 carbs, 30 healthy fats.
Never tried that. I just eat whatever there is. Healthy fats like avocado.
Avocado,
Cashews.
nuts, seeds, raw, yeah. Olive oil, different kinds of coconut oil, things like that.
I found it really hard to do that when COVID hit. It was just kind of just scrambling at the supermarket trying to get,
Right.
They had.
what was there.
Yeah.
And it just threw a wrench in everything.
Yeah, praying to God I can get some toilet paper.
Well, that's what my dad said. My dad has been in this gas shortage. And that's what he was saying yesterday. Stupid people. They panic. They ruin it for everybody
Yep.
else. Bunch of stupid people. Same thing with toilet paper. That's what he was
Yeah.
going off about. And it's
That's one of the
true.
jokes of my new show. I am using Northern Quilted like I'm the Great Gatsby. And now that we're out of this, woo!
Well, was it Georgia, filling grocery bags with gas and putting it in the trunk of their car?
So, okay, yes, and that was from remember the Houston flood a couple years ago? That video of that Asian lady she's literally filling up plastic
Yes.
bags with gas, then double bags it. I showed you the video
Yes.
and then puts it in her trunk. Yeah, but yeah, people are dumb. There was another guy that was filling up a large plastic tub, like we carry our stuff to the cabin in, with gasoline and just put it in the back of his car. What I don't understand. Okay, so here's again, people don't think where does this go? How do you put bags of gas in your car? How do you
Right.
Like what? How do you actually take that?
You need a
tub,
vessel from this to this.
That tub and dump it into your gas tank. Like no one thinks. It's like what I said about the control thing about the vaccine. Think beyond. Oh, yeah, they're going to control me. That's where everybody stops. Why would they control you? You work at TJ Maxx.
I would.
Oh yeah, very very close.
I
Yeah.
would take a Dremel tool in the upper third quadrant on the corner of the plastic tub, hollow out about an inch.
There's gas in it though. How are you doing that?
No, at the top.
You'd go above the gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'd put the thing from like a gas pump or any kind of plastic
Like a
nozzle,
funnel.
or you could pop a funnel through the other side
Right.
and tilt and pour with a little help.
Or you could just get it to the corner of
But
the
the
bucket,
gas bag thing.
get a nice funnel, and you could just very carefully do it. It's possible. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, also, if they didn't do that, everyone would have gas every day if they needed it.
I just don't. It's like we panic so. Like you and I, we always have water at the house. There's certain things we have that I always have because I was into the '94 earthquake, and the '94 earthquake was pretty rough. And people were selling tiny bottles of water for $5 in parks.
It really looked like she panicked. So they panicked so quickly and so easily.
Yes.
She's on her way home and was hearing like, "Oh my God, we're gonna not have any gas." And she's like,
Right.
"What do I have in the car?"
Yeah.
And just grab whatever she had to put gas in it to bring it home. Oh, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
But at least I got gas at home.
The membrane between civilization and anarchy is single ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's literally single ply toilet paper because once that's gone, anarchy.
Yeah.
But that's
People
what I
shitting
think
and
that's
yelling.
Yeah.
that's one
Dirty
of the
ass.
things
It's over.
that. Well, I always said if you have a garden hose, you always have toilet paper.
That's right, exactly.
But,
if the shower continues to work,
No, because you got a shower in there.
there's a drain though.
Just go run in the
It
river.
gets in the drain, in the
Goes down the
poop,
drain.
in the screen.
You don't have to say
That's somebody
poop.
else's problem.
You don't have to say poop. God.
Your fecal matter has discharged into the.
And this is the kind of thing that aliens look down and see.
Right, right.
And they probably popped into this podcast and thought, oh, we're good for another 1,000 years.
Imagine the horror that we have done because supposedly every time there's war, every time there's a big deal, alien abductions and sightings actually really increased incredibly after we dropped the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And every time there's a big giant war thing, and they're probably looking at the planet and they had this beautiful planet. If we done some tests on the air, yeah, holy shit.
I still contend, though, both of those times coincide with more aerial. We're in the sky where we are. Our jets are in the air.
Right.
And our eyes are looking around.
So these think they're around all the time. We just don't.
Hopefully. Let's say hopefully.
Yeah.
Right? They've always been here.
Yeah.
Now we
checking it.
just
Our overlords,
few.
they're just benevolent overlords. They're just like, yeah, all right. We can't change it. We're just going to nudge it a little bit.
They're just actually really hoping we don't notice them.
Yeah.
Like they
yes.
don't want
It's-
us to focus on them
Once
at
on me.
all.
Right.
Like right now, this might be causing a little stir. Like, oh shit,
There's a podcast that caught us.
not us. I mean the 60 Minutes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I think they're like
they're saying the same thing
So-
at their
so
planet.
you're
They got us
saying-
on 60 Minutes.
You're saying
Gene, you need to lay low. Quit probing.
you say these aliens are basically like three hot girls in a bar that just want to hang out together. They don't want anyone to notice them. I'm just talking to my friends. Leave us alone, please. Yes, we came to go out and
God
have
help
fun.
me.
You're fucking it up.
I know, and they always think that we're there to find them, and really we're there because we're so desperate
Yeah.
For a
to
drink.
get away from
other men.
Yes, you say
Near the ocean.
after you hit 30. You say ladies' night, and your girlfriends go nuts. It is like it's all we want. It's all.
But it doesn't mean what guys mean when they say ladies' night. It's like, oh, we're going to get some ladies.
Oh no, we
You're like,
mean like.
I'm going to hang out with my girlfriends and that's it.
And no one talked to us. And I've actually had Shauna text "no men" in all caps. Like,
Imagine how well we do around women that they actually have texts to each other that say no men. We're so good. We're so awesome.
you are awesome.
No matter what the aliens would be like, yeah, we get it. It was so good.
And did you see the one on the left? Look at that.
Gene, knock it off. This episode is also brought to you by Butcher Box
Oh,
because it's almost
had chicken last night.
outdoor season, baby. It's almost grilling season, barbecue season, and
I've got a new thermometer for the grill, so I can actually cook to the exact perfect temperature.
Oh, do you?
The Goldilocks zone of
Chicken
grilling?
and or salmon.
He does do excellent salmon.
I'm gonna try Szechuan salmon this year. Szechuan. A sweet and sour Szechuan salmon. Yes, please.
Excellent.
What about a weed? Did you just
My gum just flew out. Well, now you just
please
Titus
slow
it.
mo that? When
Stick it in my nut.
Oh, I know where to put it.
Chicken last night. We had Butcher Box chicken last night. Awesome.
One thing I love about this is that you always have stuff in case you do decide to have a get together. You already have all the stuff in your freezer. It's also hard for a lot of people. We've traveled many places in this country. It's impossible to find grass finished and fed beef, free range organic chicken, humanely raised pork, wild caught salmon. Salmon's awesome too.
Yep.
And it's really expensive too. And so they cut out the middleman. And so you get it delivered to your house. You're not having to pay to have it go to the store to get. And so it's cheaper to you. You can design your box. They always have new things. But man, do we get some emails from you guys when we advertise like the lobster and it's gone. It's because it goes fast. You have to act
Yeah, you guys
quickly.
check on and get it because the stuff is so quality. And you're right. Also, you don't want to be that person in the restaurant. It's hard to get any.
By the way, is this grass fed? Is this grass fed and no hormones to add it? Is it because I would like it is? It isn't. Oh, it isn't. Let me look at something else.
So
Keep Dennis at home
instead,
and get Butcher
yeah,
Box.
Dennis, stay at home and have the best meat you can
Yeah.
possibly have.
So when you sign up right now, they have a brand new deal because it is almost summer season, cookout season.
Memorial Day. coming
You
up.
get a free barbecue bundle in your first box. You get 2 New York strip steaks, 6 burgers, and 5 pounds of chicken drumsticks, all for free in your first box. Free meat. What is happening?
Yep.
I don't even know how they afford that.
Volume.
Every box has 9 to 11 pounds of meat. It's enough for 24 individual meals. It's packed fresh. It's shipped frozen, vacuum sealed, so it stays that way. You guys remember the girl that was in the power outage in Houston and her box sat in the distribution center at FedEx that weekend because they weren't delivering. Butcher Box had already said, we're sending you another one. Don't even worry about it. That first one came still frozen and
I
fresh.
love that we only use companies that are like they're good companies. That's
She was calling or emailing us to brag about the customer service, how
Right.
insane it was. There was no questions asked. So it's the most affordable and convenient way to get healthy, humanely raised meat. And they have free shipping nationwide except Alaska and Hawaii. Sorry about that. We're going to be in Hawaii in October for his birthday. We're doing a show at the Honolulu Theater for his
And
birthday.
then we're gonna head over to Kauai.
Then we're
for a
going to
week.
boot scoot over.
Yep.
For a limited time, Butcher Box is offering new members the free barbecue bundle in their first box. Again, 2 New York strip steaks, 6 burgers, 5 pounds of chicken drumsticks, all for free in your first box. All you have to do is go to butcherbox.com/Titus. That's butcherbox.com/Titus to get the free barbecue bundle in your first box.
Great. Does anyone else have any other theories? What else could it be? Could it be like government stuff? If we had this kind of technology,
Sure.
why would we be flying it around though? Wouldn't we just run the world? If we had this technology, wouldn't we just be like, hey, Israel, stop?
Well, if it is the government, they also wouldn't want us to know about it because we're dumb.
Unless
it's the
it's-
same theory, just a different entity. They're all looking at us still going, nope, still not ready.
Unless it was planted, like it was put up and it's really ours. Like, let's say, wouldn't that be cool? It's ours,
They
and we
would-
just
they
put it up
would
by
tell-
accident,
and
like
why
not
would-
accident, but
Why would we strafe ourselves? Why would they be sending
Because
it?
those pilots came out and told about it and they were like, aliens.
Yeah, but what would that solve though?
and on the
I
back
just-
end, we're like, that's ours. Don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
so
no,
you
no,
could see it.
Hey, by the way, you guys watched 60 Minutes the other day, Putin.
Yeah.
Yes, we did watch.
Turn on 60 Minutes.
Turns out those aliens. Nah, it's us.
I would like to know from people currently living in other countries if they have alien sightings like
Yeah.
we do.
If anybody listens to the podcast,
Are there
internationally,
Russian alien sightings?
I think there is. Yeah, I read some stuff about it. I think that our government is to the point where it's just like, if that's the technology, what are we gonna do? Like, what if they decide, we're gonna close the zoo? Fuck.
Speaking of the zoo, you guys can see Titus and Bradley Take 2.
Take the.
It is going to be on June the 12th. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's
Right.
9:30 for you Eastern folks. We tried to do it early enough so you guys could
Our
stay
live
up with
/
us.
sketch show. Yes.
Yep, it's going to be another one of those. Tune back in to see if Bob and Annie make another appearance.
Bob and Annie
maybe
are definitely making another appearance.
George and Gracie, maybe different new people you have not yet met. All you have to do is go to combustionlive.com. Is it there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Or you can go to Titus and Bradley number 2.eventbrite.com.
Titus, yeah, it's gonna be good. And then we're gonna have to do. We got next week. We're gonna have the Brea Improv.
Yeah,
Doing
and
the
I just want to say we have happy hour tickets, but you guys are all buying those tickets first, so those are selling out.
28th and 29th, we're going to play in the Brea Improv. Please go to the show. The new show, Apologies in Advance. You saw it. What did you think?
It was excellente. Made me laugh really hard. I finally got to see it. I will say that Brea is limited capacity. That's a really big club, but they're not allowed to have that full. So I think capacity is less than half.
Like 220.
Yep. And so I think it's at like a third. And so those are going to sell out. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and that's it. We're not going to do that Sunday because
this is also the fun part of doing the show. The new part when I'm still playing with stuff and the bits are solid. I mean, the premises are solid and I'm adding punchlines all the time. I had a lot of fun in Santa Barbara. In the weirdest gig. We did another weird gig. So can we talk about the gig?
San Diego or Santa Barbara? Which one?
Both were both. San Diego was much more normal, and they're both in parking lots. All 3 gigs, Oakland, San Diego, and Santa Barbara, were all parking lots. And parking lots are with containers, whatever company did this. And the promoter was great, and the shows went. I have to be honest, the audiences were fucking awesome. Killed. We killed. This girl who complained about comedy, we're getting into COVID. She's like, I don't want to do comedy anymore. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I hate it.
I did not say
you are scared.
I am scared. You make shit up
True,
to tell
valid.
your stories.
That's valid.
But it's not
100%.
real.
Even if you weren't.
I didn't. I said.
You didn't want to do comedy anymore.
Yeah, I want to be happy. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Instead of make others happy, it's always.
Oh my God. I want to be happy. I don't want to be on the road all the time anymore. I'm tired.
So we have a plan now. We have a plan.
I love doing these sketch things. There's certain things that we have found that I love and that you love. And yeah, but what else? Do you want to tell my bra size while we're at it?
Yes. DM me.
DM. Oh, I was like, DM me? Is that okay? Got it. I thought it was a size. Let's just skip away from that and go to.
Nobody wants to skip away from your bra size.
Oh my God.
You started it.
See what I mean about just wanting to be happy? I have a dream.
You've never been happy? You've only been. Then you're really dumb if you stayed with me this long and you're like, never been happy. We've been together. We've just been grinding out 14 years of nightmare.
15. It's been 15.
15.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
June 4 through 6, Addison Improv in Dallas.
Yep.
We have not done that club in a long time.
Nope.
You're doing that because you're working on this new show.
We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this 6 months for 6 months. We're going to back to theaters and get this show banging. I want this show
my God,
banging.
we confirmed Madison Barrymore Theater and Minneapolis Pantages Theater for December 17th and 18th.
Yep.
There'll be more on that tour, but I'm super excited about ending the year that way with our 2 of our favorite theaters. So Addison Improv in Dallas, June 4 through 6. Limited capacity on that one as well. And then Wise Guys in Ogden, June 17th, 1 show only. June 18, 19, Wise Guys Jordan Landing, 4 shows. Then June 25 through 27, Houston Improv.
This would not be possible, what you just said, without a president that got off his ass the second he hit the White House and started busting his ass. I was reading what they had to do to get the vaccines out. He mobilized like 10,000 troops. Then they actually had to recruit some of those nurses and stuff were actually military. And they, I mean, when she kept saying it's so dystopian. We went into the parking garage in Pomona, and she's like, "Holy!" It was just people lined up waiting to get shots.
Yep.
And it looked like every movie that you've seen, but it happened, and he got it done, and now. I just don't understand what's going on with our government right now. It seems so now. Supposedly they're going to do the 1-6 commission for an insurrection, and Kevin McCarthy, who was talking to Donald Trump the morning of, and they were talking back and forth, says he doesn't want to have the.
Of course he does.
January 6th.
What would be a viable reason, a legitimate reason for not wanting to get to the bottom of an insurrection on our nation's
tried to overthrow
capital.
the government, right? Maybe you were involved in it, you think?
I don't know that that's it. I just think that it's because you've got your head back up Donald Trump's ass, and so you're trying to buy into the messaging that it wasn't an insurrection anymore. So you just want to skip past all of this, which is absolutely nuts. It means that you're not fit to be in Congress,
Right.
because
not in
our capital was threatened. Your job
Our democracy
is to
was threatened.
represent us and our democracy and our government, so you should be fired.
Right, you should go.
be
You have to go.
fired.
You should have to resign for being a piece of shit. Also, no, he's a piece of shit. Andrew Clyde, one of these representative, I forget where he's from. He's the one who came out and he said it was just a tour. He goes, it was just,
That's
the day-
amazing.
that day at the Capitol was like it was like
Any
a bunch
other
of tour.
tour.
Any other people touring the Capitol.
We have pictures. You can't spin this one.
Today, there's a picture of him with his back against the wall in Congress, and a Secret Service guy with his gun and blocking
Oh
it,
my
basically
gosh.
protecting him. It's just, but by the way, this is the tour of the Capitol. If you'd like to buy your commemorative shooting protesters who are trying to overthrow democracy weapon, please go to the gift shop. Grab your museum, buddy. You
download these
but make sure you
posters.
use the hand that isn't shooting fucking. It's treason.
There's always a
Such
video or a
bullshit.
photo or a tweet for the dumb
Insurrectionist.
crap these people say.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing.
They
The
don't
truth is
care.
not the truth. Donald Trump said that then. Kellyanne Conway said that then. And at the time we were like, that is preposterous. The truth is no longer the truth.
Do you know what's weird though? Is that and again, I would go back to the great Paul Mooney, who said this to me. I asked him, what's the problem with America right now? And he says, we don't have shame anymore. There's no humiliation anymore. You can do what you want, say what you want, lie how you want, make shit up, basically flat out say the opposite of what happened, and people go, we filmed it.
Yeah. He just did this.
Yeah. And
You can't just-
and our voices all go like, like our voices all.
You sound like Bobby. I had to go back and see Phil and Bobby today, but I canceled and pushed it to tomorrow because my live scan fingerprints weren't good enough. So I have
She
to go
moved
back.
her finger. What happened? Listen,
No, I did
grabbed
not.
her down like this, and she was, she was shaking. She's young.
I told you not to move her
Had nothing to do with this. Hey, Bobby.
I'm gonna wag my finger at you.
Oh, see, that's what was happening. She was waving the finger, and then
I
we
was not
got
waving.
smudgy. It got a smudgy. So it's a little smudgy. We need to fix it. Get it cleared
You
up.
oddly cleaned every one of my fingers with a Clorox wipe individually
I did do that, but you have beautiful hands.
instead of handing me the wipe.
You take this finger now.
Sure. Maybe I was touching the pretty girl's hand. Sure, what? You got those little stubby look like fire plugs with nails on them.
The whole time I was on the phone with him trying to
You look like Vienna sausages. You got a hand. It's like
she
a
was
mitt.
yelling at him in the background, and then it took 20 minutes to reschedule because he told me that Windows was doing an update. And yes. Oh yeah.
I told you not to put the windows up.
Listen,
It's a COVID
a lot
outside.
of people don't understand with the Windows. And it's Windows 95. I finally got it to work.
You're not getting it to work very well. So I got to go back tomorrow. I'll keep you guys
Yeah.
updated.
Give us an update. Definitely.
All right, guys. Thanks. Please go to those shows. The new show is killing. It's different. Apologies in advance. There's a couple bits in there that you'll understand the title when we get there. Go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want to get the links to take us to all our upcoming shows here at the studio there. Also, go to Christopher Titus TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We put up content all the time. I think we're going to put up one of the sketches from last. We'll put that up today. One of the sketches from last time. And thanks for watching and listening, people. I want to thank you guys for helping us as much as you've sent me emails and Ray emails, and Hylinder too has been that we got you through COVID. Us doing this got us through COVID. So thanks for listening and watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out. I think you should have to pick today.
Oh man.
My last week, that was really money.
There can be only one.
We do right. Yeah, Alien.
A
Yeah, do Alien.
Highlander.
Boop, beep, boop, boop,
Titus
beep, boop,
podcast.
boop, boop, beep, boop, beep,
Why do they
boop,
sound
beep,
like
beep.
Song you
robots?
could do the robot too.
This is your alien
Humpty Dumpty.
overlord.
Give me a Humpty Dumpty version.
What?
Wait, what?
Like the rapper Humpty Dumpty?
The Highlander is on the Titus podcast.